I feel like I'm playing partly into the silver gold A ramming.
Okay, so you feel like you're grouping too much with your leads. You're not pushing them enough by using the side lanes properly.
Right, so I want to be in the side lane because I have confidence in my champion. I have confidence I can 1v2. Like in those games where I do get ahead, I know I can 1v2. Like, and like by pulling pressure from someone's foot so two can be somewhere. But like the other negative thing is I'm expecting too much from silver players at the same time.
Okay, so one thing to keep in mind is another action caused by being in the side lane. If you don't die, if you don't kill anyone, if you just keep stalling and delaying by faking out your aggression, if you know what I mean? Like, you fake go forward, you come back, you keep faking them out so that they come to you, but then you back off.
Right.
You stall the game. If you don't think your team can win right now, you don't think you can necessarily 3v1, you don't think your team will follow up if you go fight, don't fight.
Right.
Just wait. Because
no, I know that, but like like, you're in a side lane and you're telling them I can do this. All you have to do is not fight, and then the second you say that, they start fighting 5v4. That's what happens a lot, and so I have to kind of like baby them.
You have to time your push to be slightly ahead of theirs, because what's happening likely in those games is they're walking up with their wave on mid to shove it out in the center of mid lane when you're still coming in with your wave and bot, so they don't have like symmetrical pressure, if you know what I mean. Like, if I pulled up Rift Kit, so I want you to think about it like this. If you're pushing up on bot side, you have to think that if your wave, you can see my screen, right?
Yep.
Okay. Let's say your wave is, I don't know, what's pretty typical. Your wave is here. So your wave is coming in here. You're walking with your wave, right? Your team is all dancing in mid lane. Your team is here. The waves are crashing. It's equal, right? Because you're here. The waves come in at the same timings. Well, if you're standing here with your wave, your team is standing here, enemy team is standing on the other side, right? What's likely? These guys can fight. They see you in bot. This is a 4v5 fight, maybe, because they're outnumbered. You don't have the wave shoved in yet. You can't punish the fight. There's no way. Let's take a different scenario. Instead of letting the waves crash, you're building a slow push.
Right.
So you set up the slow push out here. Like all the way back here, let's say. Let's say we set up the slow push to be happening here.
Okay.
So it's coming forward, but it's pretty slow. It's going to happen a minute from now, where it's stacked to like a double or triple wave out here, right?
Right.
Well, I turn on the slow push by killing the caster minions, leave only the melee, then I walk up and wait. I'm waiting. I wait 1 minute. I'm like, great, my wave is coming up to here. Now it's all set. So here's what I do. Well, my wave, I don't do it when the wave is here. I do it when the wave is like fighting like here or here. Maybe like when it's 2 wave. I walk up here. I help them push the wave. And then I walk away and I head bot. Why? Because my wave is primed for the push. And this wave is cleared.
Okay.
If this wave is cleared, your AD carry won't be walking up. Your mid laner won't be walking up, or your top laner, whoever's there, you know?
Yeah.
Well, if they're not walking up for another 30 seconds and you have a triple wave here, what's their top laner thinking? You have a triple wave? You're pushing this? Now you've set up the situation where their top laner wants to walk down.
Right.
And the second he's showing here, the second their top laner is here, their mid laner is here, whoever it is matching you, now you forced their team and your team into either a 4v4 in mid or a 4v3 where they send 2 people bot. Why? Because you're here and you just keep the pressure here. And you keep going in and out, going in and out. So you can pressure here. If they rotate to you, you back off. If they come back in, you I mean, obviously, you back off, you go back in, you back off, you go back in. You wait for the moment they mess up in their rotation.
And then you attack. Okay.
So, it's a bit complicated what I'm trying to explain, to be honest. But it's like, timing is everything on this. And you can't just go to the side lane and assume it will work out. You have to time the side lane. So you either wait, you don't time it yourself, or you force the timing. And if you're forcing the timing, you have to wait in mid until the timing is right. But you don't even have to be showing in mid when you're waiting. You could be hiding if you want to be.
Okay.
Is maybe you get a fight in mid. And then maybe you go bot and you guys push mid and bot off a one-team fight. Maybe you don't take the fight in mid. Maybe you guys just dance, you clear a wave, then you go bot, whatever. I can tell you that most pro players keep a schedule of 2 to 3 scrims a day, which is between 6 and 9 games, and then they play solo queue, and in Korea and China, that solo queue amounts to roughly 12 to 13 games a day of solo queue.
So it's like 21 games.
So they're looking at somewhere between 18 and 22 games a day?
Yep. 6 to 9 plus 12, yep.
That's like a very typical schedule for a pro player during a practice week.
Okay.
And that's from Korea and China, where the schedules are more extreme. In
Right.
NA, for example, you're probably more likely looking at around 12 games a day from the NA pros.
But that's over like a super long period of time. I'm pretty sure they've been playing like 10 plus games for like years. So it's
Yes,
not
that
like...
is over years, of course.
Yeah.
And again, time invested, it influences your skill, but if you're not using that time to improve actively, it won't matter really how much time you put in. Like if you just try to brute force the game, there's a reason why there are people in like Iron and Bronze that have
5K games.
Yeah. There's a very good reason why they're still there. Because they're not thinking about what they're doing.